You may well be asking yourself, guy in the audience, Gemdag, why are you here in Veilstone City? Haven't you got, like, important shit to deal with up in, like, the survival area or some shit? I'm glad you asked. Also, why is Gemdag back on your screen again? Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I've got Bowie back out of the box. Hey, Bowie, how you doing? I know you've been sidelined. I know you're actually the dopest Pokemon that's ever existed of all time, but we had to sideline you because, personal attachment. Because I happen to enjoy the existence of Devo. Don't worry, Devo hasn't gone anywhere. We're going to bring Devo back, but I decided to bring Bowie here to Veilstone City for a very important reason. Because, back in Generation 3, Deoxy's whole gimmick of having different forms with different stats was reliant on which video game you purchased at the time. Which, that's fair. It was, the advanced generation, the developers still needed a little bit of, they weren't quite sure what they were doing. They didn't realize they were actually doing the stupidest thing ever of all time, having an event Pokemon that you already have to exist in, like, one of the fancy-ass countries that were actually allowed to have events in their country. And then on top of that, there's a fixed fucking $60 price point in order to be able to get the form you want. If you want the dopest, like, speed form Bowie, then you better make sure you're maining Pokemon Emerald version. Don't you even look at those Fire Red Leaf Green remakes. But now that Gemdag's come all the way to a brand new country, come hang out here in Veilstone City, get a look at this. Get a look at these fancy-ass space rocks. Turns out with these fancy-ass space rocks, I can make Bowie into whatever form I like. I can actually look at all of Bowie's forms now. Isn't that fancy? What does this rock do? The speed, okay, so that was actually the wrong rock to pick. We actually, we accidentally turned Bowie back into his regular-ass speed form. What does this fancy-ass rock do? Balanced out the attributes to a certain Pokemon. Oh, cool. So, look at that. Bowie has gone back to his regular-ass... I wouldn't say it's boring, but I would say it's just a regular-ass form. So now, obviously, all of his stats are... all of his stats being averaged are just straight up a lie. Straight up they're a lie, because you can see from here, his attack and his special attack and his speed are way through the roof compared to his defense, but that's, what the speed form is for. The speed form is to balance her stats even more and just pour everything into its speed stat that it never really needs. But anyway, don't worry too much about that. Now we can have a look at these other two forms, can't we? Show me what this rock does. Heighten the offensive capabilities of a certain Pokemon. So now Bowie is a dope-ass attack form. Get a load of that. Now that's a form. That's at least a second best. Out of all the forms Deoxys can have, that's a good second best. And now, when you have a look at its stats, everything into its attack stats, which is dope, but it's also a glass cannon. It is literally, paper skin, glass bones. This thing, you kind of flick this thing in the face, it'll just shatter to pieces. Got absolutely zero defense whatsoever. Not necessarily a bad form for Bowie, because Bowie is a bold Pokemon. As such, I actually had to look this up to make sure. He loses out on his attack stat, which that's fine. Bowie learns super power and shit, I guess. But, gets a boost to his defense. So yeah, this isn't bad. It's not a bad form. I wouldn't mind that for Bowie. Speed form is still my favorite, but let's have a look at this though. Let's have a look at our final rock. The final rock that, Bowie goes into his defense form. Bowie goes, you know what? I never needed a neck anyway. Who the hell needs necks? Screw that noise. So now, it's all defense, but Bowie has, zero goddamn attack. So, that's also a little bit, whatever, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I reckon maybe Bowie could get the most use out of being a defense Pokemon when I think about his nature, when I think about the fact that this is a goddamn Nuzlocke. So I guess theoretically, Bowie would be in his best form being a defense. Being a beefence. No, we're calling him that now. Beefence. He put on some beef to go into his beefence form. Nonetheless, you've done your service, Bowie. You've done your service going through that one arc. Literally nobody liked an Emerald version. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much because we still have Devo. Bowie is not a replacement for Devo. Not yet, anyway. Ideally, nothing will happen to Devo, right? You're gonna promise me nothing's gonna happen to you, right? Devo, don't you dare let anything happen to you. There you go. Thank you, Bowie. You're now in a fancy-ass defense form. Maybe not my favorite form, but the most useful form, theoretically, of you. Oh, okay, you know what? I was about to go dick around the survival area, but I'm seeing a couple of legendary Pokemon to my immediate south that want a piece. I think some legendary Pokemon to my immediate south want a piece. Let's go find some legendary Pokemon to my immediate south and give them a piece, why don't we? Right, I gotta go through a gate. I forgot about that bit. Because I went through the gate, shit's not gonna... I want to actually get on with the episode now. I have episode-y things to do. What do you mean nobody on my team has Rock Smash? Oh, it's not like I needed Rock Smash anyway, right? Right? Do I need a Max Repel? No, I can't put on a Max Repel because, like, fucking JD is literally too powerful. This was the wrong bloody pathway to go. I don't know. Gemdag never came this way. Gemdag never had a bloody reason to come this way, did she? Hey, look at this. This is the thing that Dwayne should have caught. This is the thing on this route that Dwayne was originally supposed to catch, but he caught a dog instead. He caught some form of dog. I can actually, like, get through here without... Yep, Rock Smash, that's fine. Okay, come on. Come on, video game. You wanna let me have a shot. A shot at one of these legendary Pokemon, yeah? Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Video game, come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, JD. Which one do you want to fight? Which one of these, like, you know, 4 legendary dickheads running around the world do you want to have a shot at? Who's best for dealing with them? That's a trick question, of course. None of them. But at least Star Platinum is fast. Star Platinum is fast. Can't I teach you, like, false... Ah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not as if these guys... It's not as if these Pokemon are gonna, like, you know, get knocked out second zero from, like, one hit from a grass thing, right? Hey, Zapdos. Do you have any use for a, Zapdos, Gemdag? Do you have any electric Pokemon? Off the top of my head, well, I guess that's what, Iron Maiden is there for. So, you know, maybe that wouldn't be terrible. Hint, hint, video game. Maybe it wouldn't be terrible. I'm just doing damage to it, really. But there wasn't really a point. There wasn't really a point to any of this. But it was a nice idea. It was a nice idea that maybe Gemdag could do something to one of these legendary. Okay, that is really not how that map is supposed to look. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's nothing abnormal about this map whatsoever. What are you going to do today, Gemdag? I think, you know what? It's been rough. It's been a rough season for you, Gemdag. You know, you had to save the world, kind of, you know. Then you had to fight those guys last episode, you know. You betrayed the trust of the only friend that you had in this entire region. It's been rough. I think it's been a little bit rough for you, Gemdag, so I think you deserve to go all the way out here to the resort area, and I think that you should go on your, you know, your union-mandated holiday, don't you think? I think it's about time that you got to treat yourself, Gemdag. You should go hang out at a resort area, don't you think? You know what, that Dwayne kid's never gonna take these berries anyway. Fuck it. He doesn't have any use for these. Ooh, Gemdag, since you've come to this fancy-ass new region, maybe that would be a wise idea. Maybe it would be a wise idea for you to, like, you know, blitz through 1,000,000 of these berries and try to, like, screw up with the stats of your Pokemon on your team. Don't you think that would be a wise idea? Don't you think it'd be great to, like, reduce that crappy-ass special attack on, Star Platinum? I think maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to reduce that crappy-ass, special attack on Star Platinum. It's not like Star Platinum was using it anyway. Don't worry about it. Nonetheless, let's head immediately, what direction is that? East. Let us head east. Gemdag, you're going on a holiday. I think you deserve a holiday, Gemdag. I'm gonna chuck on a Max Repel, I think I want to chuck on a Max Repel, because just for the moment, I don't think there's any, like, cool Pokemon that I want to fight out here. Judas Priest needs the training, so it should be Judas Priest. Iron Maiden, though. Iron Maiden could also use a little bit. Maybe. Yeah. Well, it's mostly just because Iron Maiden has, you know, electric moves, and this looks like the kind of area where I'm gonna have to fight a bunch of dudes with water Pokemon. So you know what, Judas Priest, maybe we'll be able to, you know, raise you a little bit later. I'm sure Gemdag has a experience share on hand somewhere, right? Experience share? Yeah, look at that. Go on. Don't worry about it, Judas Priest. You can have an experience share. It's fine. Now let's actually make some, you know, content in this episode happen. I am, of course, lying. There are more berries. There are more berries for Gemdag to take. You shall take all the berries. Forever and ever and never stop. These are yours. No one's coming out here to claim them, Gemdag. Don't worry about it. These are all good berries, too. These are all, like, the good stat-reducing berries that I want. So, you know, maybe, Gemdag, you might have to consider doing some gardening or something off-screen. Maybe that's something that you would like to consider doing, Gemdag, you know, so we can screw with the stats of your team. Is that it? We done? We done? Alright, we're done. But, what if there's more stuff? There's not more stuff, Dag. Don't worry too much about it. Gemdag, you're going on a quest. You are going on a quest to go on your holiday. You know, you gotta earn that holiday, apparently. But you will earn it. You gotta swim through all these bloody trainers. You know, no, I'm done. Gemdag should be done. She shouldn't have to deal with this shit anymore. But here we are. Are you and your Pokemon growing properly? No. I mean, yes, no, we're growing all the time, forever and never stopping. We're the greatest and also the toughest. Check out my dynamic form. Victory is assured. I don't want to. I want to go. I want to go have my, you know, holiday. I want to go hang out at the resort for a minute. Okay? I'm sick of dealing with this Daglocke shit. There's a bunch of them. It's like there's three of them running around this region now. No. I'm not even counting me. No. I want to chill out. Hey, look at this. Iron Maiden. Iron Man, you're hanging out with your dad. Is it weird that I keep calling Judas Priest your dad? Is it just, maybe just a little bit? Maybe just a little bit weird? Who wants to deal with what? You, Judas Priest, should have revenge, so you can probably handle a Celio. Oh, look at this, by the way. Everyone's 20 levels lower than me. Don't worry about it, Gemdag. You've got nothing to worry about. This entire other half of the region, don't worry about it. Nobody in this entire region could step up to you, Gemdag. You are the toughest and also the strongest. That was part of my plan, idiot. Yeah, I knew that you'd try to sleep way too early. Yes, I was ready for that. I was absolutely 100% ready for that. Yep. Don't know what you're talking about, guy in the audience. No, I definitely and totally was absolutely 100% prepared for that to happen, and it's definitely not about to happen again. A second time in a row, and make this fight even longer and even stupider. No, JD, you're like 20 levels higher than everyone in this country. You know, if anything, JD, you should be able to, like, you know... No, don't do that. I'm, of course, lying. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. That is exactly the kind of thing that somebody like Judas Priest could use. Yeah. Yeah, you fell for my trap again. This was all part of my plan. Look at that. Now I've got a shitload of attack thanks to you. Yeah. I mean, Judas Priest already has a shitload of attack, but that's not the point. The point is, I have a shitload of attack now. Yeah. And a Gastrodon, okay. Do we have any plans for dealing with this? I tell you what our plan is, being super duper goddamn strong. Because we are the strongest and also the toughest. Look at this. It's fine. It's almost as if, like, you know, I've basically erased all the challenge. All the challenge of, you know, this entire section of the game. I mean, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're being ridiculous. Guy in the comments. That's ridiculous. Stop being ridiculous. Guy in the comments. Quit it. I see you typing out that ridiculous response, and I'm telling you to stop. Find a new moment in the video to type out your ridiculous response. Quit it, you. I see what you're doing. Anyone else floating around up here? Nope, there's basically nothing on this route. Oh, okay. Well, here's some grass. That's what we wanted, wasn't it? Grass so Gemdag can actually, like, catch some stuff or something. Oh, but I see an item. No, I've done my moment. I've had my moment in the spotlight. I shouldn't need to use HMs. No, I'm done with this. I'm done with this crap. I don't need HMs in my life. Okay, fine. Somebody want to learn Rock Smash? Hey, look at that. Judas Priest basically exists. Judas Priest is a free HM mule, right? Legendary Pokemon and junk. But Star Platinum could, like, because he's a physical attacker as well, right? But what if I want to... But Star Platinum already has a really nice moveset. Nah. Or... Anyone? May as well be one of these. I guess London Calling as well, but, like... Yeah, but London Calling already has Surf. You don't need Rock Smash, do you? No, I like Slash, though. What has Judas Priest got? Judas Priest has got, like, Revenge. And it's got, what else did you have? Like, Zen Headbutt, I want to keep that. Revenge, I want to keep. Confuse Ray, I want to keep. So what was that other fourth move? What was that other garbage fourth move you had? Foresight? Oh, as if I'm going to use Foresight. I don't need Foresight. What's the likelihood of me ever seeing Ghost Pokemon? That's ridiculous. Guy in the comments, you're being ridiculous. Again. Okay, now we can finally get whatever the hell this item is. I'm seeing all these items. I'm seeing there's 1,000,001 items floating around this tiny little spit of rock. Blue Shard? Yeah, sure. Maybe Gemdag, you could get the benefits of, you know, Platinum move tutoring. Wouldn't that be nice? I think that would be a nice thing for you to have, Gemdag. For you to have some form of, like, move tutoring in this video game. An Ultra Ball? Yeah, it's not as if Gemdag already didn't have, like, 1 billion of those, right? Anything else? Any other items? Oh, there's more items. There's so many more items. Wasn't even that worth it. Wasn't really that much worth it now, was it, Gemdag? Don't worry about it, just give me the item. Rare candy! Ooh, actually, you know what? I don't see why, you know, Gemdag, I don't see why you'd have to save that. Oh, Judas Priest is coming on pretty well. Anyone on this team? Wow, you're all actually... Jesus. Wow. Christ, guys, you're all, like, close to leveling up. Not bad. Not bad. I do enjoy seeing that. Where is that rare candy? Rare candy, rare candy, rare candy. Oh, you got a bunch of these apparently. Don't worry too much about it. I'm sure I didn't forget to do something important. Don't worry about it. Star Platinum. Now you are even more broken. Look how broken Star Platinum continues to get. Maybe I should have saved that rare candy for like Judas Priest or something when he leveled up. Maybe I should have saved that bloody rare candy for Judas Priest when he leveled up. Fucking whoops. No other items? No other items? Items? Okay, well then the last thing you gotta do, Gemdag, I think, is try to catch something on this route. I think, you know, it's been a couple of years, Gemdag, but it's about time that you were allowed to catch something on this route. Did I see, Gemdag, you had some false swipes? You have some false swipes. Why do you have so many false swipes? That seems ridiculous. It seems, on the other hand, you are absolutely the kind of trainer who can deal with it. Star Platinum, I know last time, you know, you had false swipe in the past, and then we got rid of it because we didn't know, did we? We didn't know that Gemdag was gonna be, you know, back in the saddle catching cool stuff. What don't you need? Aerial Ace is pretty nice. I've always enjoyed the existence of Aerial Ace. But I'm not getting rid of Dragon Claw, and I'm sure as shit not getting rid of Leaf Blade. So, you know, that's another TM. That's another TM from Gemdag's days, back in Emerald version, that I'm wasting. But I may as well waste it, because I'm sure as shit not getting rid of Screech. No, fuck that noise. You could have false swipe back, Star Platinum. I think, Star Platinum, you could really benefit from a false swipe, don't you think? In which case, Star Platinum, you get back in front. You get back in front, and you can catch whatever is on this route. Now, I'm gonna be real, everything on this route sucks. Everything on this route sucks, but, you know, gotta do our best to get whatever we can get in this garbage nothing route, right? Technically speaking, Gemdag never actually caught a Pelipper. She has a Wingull, she has Tennille, but she never actually caught a Pelipper. So, yeah. That's the thing that you're getting on this route, JD. Have a Pelican, nature's most horrendous animal. Nature's most terrifying beast. How did that... No, Star Platinum, do more damage. Do like 1,000,000 damage. Do 1,000,000 damage to this thing. But not like 1,000,000,000 damage, only 1,000,000 damage. Because 1,000,000,000 damage will tick over way too much. But 1,000,000 damage, false swipe will always... Like, look at that. It's fine. See? We did 1,000,000 damage, and it was fine. Wow. This Pelipper is just like... It's doing everything it can, but all of its moves suck. Everything that it's got going for it fucking sucks. It's just, I can't fling anything because I'm not holding an item. I can't swallow anything because I haven't, like, you know, used stockpile. So it's just like rolling around on the ground, doing a bunch of weird-ass free actions. We're like, what the fuck is this bird doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? I don't understand what this stupid dumbass bird is doing. Okay, well, what are we going to call this thing? Obviously, like, you know, we love our band names, and I've been really enjoying coming up with band names, but from, you know, Gemdag's time back in Emerald version, and back from, like, you know, the Part 3 JoJo thing, don't worry about it. You know, Gemdag really enjoys her tarot card names, I like to think. So maybe, JD, you'd like to try and come up with a tarot card name or something. How about you call this thing, because, like, the Beal, because the bill, the big beak that Pelippers have is kind of like a cup. You know, like JoJo never touched on the minor arcana. I wonder why they didn't do that. They could have made stands based on like cups and swords and pentacles and whatever the fuck the other fourth thing is, wands, wasn't it? I definitely and totally didn't Google this, you know, immediately prior to making up this name. And like teal is like a blue color, so like, yeah. I know it's a fucking weird name. We're scraping at the bottom of the barrel here, okay? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. This is the bottom of the barrel. This is the bottom of the barrel. Gemdag trying to, you know, use all the imagination she's got to try and come up with something cool. And there's not a lot cool, okay? There's not a lot cool for us to learn. Where were you? Where the hell were you? Gemdag could have used you. I mean, she couldn't, but she could. She could have potentially used some, like a Floatzel. A Floatzel would have been alright. I'm gonna repair that mistake someday. One of these days, I promise, I shall repair that god-awful mistake I made of not calling, you know, Floatzel Ottawan. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're right, guy in the comments. I could absolutely let, you know, Star Platinum handle this route as well, but, like, that seems mean. That seems mean considering Star Platinum is already at level 70 goddamn 6. A trainer riding a Pokemon! Oh, you like that? Let's battle it out! No. No, piss off, buddy. No. Now go away. Now go away. As if, like, you know, okay, I'm not 10, but theoretically, you know, someone would be like 10 years old in this world. Wouldn't it be better to like let the 10-year-old surf on some sort of Pokemon instead of like trying to swim even though they don't understand how to swim? I know you're looking at me like I'm a crazy person because I am definitely not 10 anymore, but you know, I learned how to swim. Gemdag definitely knows how to swim. That'd be ridiculous, you know, if she went all these years, you know, and didn't learn how to swim. You don't know. Shut up. Shut up, guy in the audience. Shut up. Gemdag can swim. She can definitely and totally swim. Yeah. She's gonna swim super good. It's just that she has chosen to ride on her sick-ass shark because, and I think I need to point this bit out, it's a sick-ass shark. If you had a sick-ass, like, you know, rocket shark, and you could, like, you know, ride on the torpedo that's also a shark, wouldn't you want to do that too? Wouldn't you want to, like, you know, reenact the ending of, fuck, what's that movie? You know that one movie? You're a real wild child. What did you call me? What did you fucking call me? Shut up. Shut up, dweeb. I'm not a kid. I'm not a kid. I haven't been a kid for ages. Shut up. More trainers, more shit to fight. Forever and ever and never stop. The fighting will never stop. Oh, this is just rubbing it in too. Like, I went to the grass and all that shit specifically, so, like, you know, I wouldn't have to fight this exact thing right here. You know? Oh, so I wouldn't have to fight anything that was in the water. No, I wanted to fight real shit. And instead the video game said, no. No, fuck you. You will fight. You will fight this god-awful pelican. I'm a mermaid drifting among the waves. Oh my god, they're real. Capture this thing. Capture it and I can make money. And a high-spirited gal who battles with Pokemon. It's a real-life mermaid. It's a real-life mermaid. We're gonna capture it, put it in a freak show. We're gonna make $1 million. Everyone wants to see a mermaid. Everyone loves the shit out of that mermaid shit. No. Get the mermaid. Get the mermaid. This is what we need. It's free money. It's free money. I know mermaids are like an endangered species or something, but don't worry about that shit. Don't worry about that shit. You get out of here, Surskit. Hey, JD, why didn't you ever get a Surskit? You seem like the kind of lady who could have absolutely, you know, gone with a Surskit. And yet they never turned up, did they? Surskit never made their appearance in the entirety of Emerald version. Or Lombre. You didn't get a Lombre either. I think you might have gotten a Lotad at some point, but I don't think you ever got a proper, yeah, bummer. Have you had a moment? Have you had a moment on screen at all, J-Guile? Like this whole time? Have you actually been on screen, J-Guile? Now you're on. Now you're on screen, J-Guile. Now just whip this thing. Whip this tiny, gross, horrible, slimy child. Lotads never get any better. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Ludicolo is almost improved with its inclusion in Detective Pikachu. No, I'm not going to stop talking about Detective Pikachu. It's this year's hottest shit. Not like Sonic. Ha ha. Lazy, making my tears well up. Na 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 na. I made a grown woman cry. Okay, is there anything here? It looks like there could have been something here. But the video game said no. You will not have a thing here. No, I want it though. But I want it. But I really want it. You got a Tentacruel as well, didn't you? No. Okay, you never got a Tentacruel, but you definitely had Rubber Soul, the Tentacruel. It's fine. It's fine. I'm definitely not using, you know, this episode to basically just relive all those fond memories of, you know, Emerald version. Man, times were simpler. Times were simpler way back in the day of Emerald version, you know? Back when I didn't have to spend every couple of episodes, like, you know, reprogramming video games and shit. I mean, nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This game just came in the mail like this. No, I just, you know, I got it. I sent it off, and it came back, and I sent it to a wizard, and the wizard put, like, you know, Gemdag. Gemdag was put into this video game by a wizard. He told me not to give out his name, you know, or else he would come to my house and kill me, but, you know, a wizard. A wizard did all this work. People keep coming to us for battles. I don't really know why. Because that is the law of this world. Because this world is all about, you know, everyone's got to get your superpowered animals, and you got to make them fight. And we have to assume that, like, you know, if my superpowered animal that I found in an ancient ruin somewhere and could absolutely body me if it wanted to. If that thing is strong, then that means I'm strong. And I need to prove this to total strangers. I need to go find, you know, swimmers like you out in the middle of nowhere, and I gotta thrash you. I gotta thrash you because that is the merit of my worth. Lapras. Anyone else? Judas Priest? Yeah? Because, like, water type, and that's fair. And Iron Maiden was also about to level up, but also, like, ice type. So, you know, Judas Priest, maybe you could, bat this thing on the nose with your gigantic goddamn fist. Jesus Christ, those are some huge fists you got. I feel like I could fit in your finger. You got, I don't know, how big is... I mean, like, they tell you that Regigigas is actually super... Wow, Jesus. Fuck off. No, you do not get to do that, Lapras. No. Not to Judas Priest. No. We've had him for one episode. You don't get to pull that shit on me, okay? Get out of here, Lapras. You're not even the toughest Lapras I've ever known. I've known tougher Laprases. Yeah. You don't know. You don't know my story, lady. Ugh. Hopefully, you know, we won't get hit by another critical hit. No, you're just going to wimp out. You're just going to do the wimp thing. You remind me of another Lapras that I know. That also just happens to be, like, an enormous wimp. A huge, massive wimp that, like, you know, sets up safeguards and garbage like that. Even if it's a critical hit again, like, through some miracle, I am 90% certain Judas Priest could absolutely hack it. Don't worry about it. There you go. You're like the second best Lapras I've ever met. At best. And you didn't leave much of an impression, lady. I am just saying. Learn something cool. I know you can learn cool shit. I need to get... Gemdag, you need to get a bunch of heart scales so you can teach Judas Priest some really cool shit. I'm just saying, between you and me. I wanted to be alone, but swatting away immature boys on the prowl. Well, my Pokemon grew tough without me really even trying. Wow. Even in this world, misogyny is the worst. But you can use it. You can use it to power yourself and, more importantly, your superpowered animals to become super duper tough. So I guess, you know, we got that going for us. Or something. Check out my physique! The rough seas sculpted this awesome body! Ew. Ew, that is horrendous. Is that a growth? No, those are abs. I don't think it's supposed to, like, you know, be on that side of your body. I think you might want to go see a doctor about that one, buddy. I think, buddy, yeah. No, you don't want to show off that horrible growth to anyone. You want to, like, just, like, sink back into the bottom of the ocean, you know, and just pretend you didn't see me, right? You want to pretend that you don't want to, you know, you don't want to get in my way, because I don't know if I pointed this out already, but, like, you know, I'm Gem Daglocke right now, and I'm kind of a big deal. I'm kind of the biggest big deal around. I know you might have heard about, you know, other kids who seem to think they're the biggest of big deals right now. You know, maybe a kid who thinks that, you know, he became champion recently and therefore he thinks he's hot shit, but, you know, no, it's me. It's me. I'm the big deal. I'm basically a celebrity. I don't know if you've heard of me. If you haven't, you know, that's a real shame. That's a real shame, buddy, but, yeah. What simpler times Generation 1 was. Well, you know, where you didn't have to invent a gimmick for your crab. Where you didn't have to go, oh, you know what our crab's gonna have this time? We're gonna make a crab, but, like, one of its pincers is, like, a gun. And we're gonna call it fucking Clauncher. And it's gonna be the sickest crab you've ever known. And, you know, that other one, the one from Gen 7, the fucking boxing crab that turns into a Yeti. Back in Generation 1, it would just be, it's a crab. And if you get it to a certain level, it becomes a slightly bigger crab. And one of its claws gets bigger for some reason. Don't worry about it. What I'm saying is, crabs back in Generation 1 were so much easier to deal with. So much easier to... Ooh! Iron Head. Ooh! Iron Head. Could you benefit from an Iron Head? Iron Maiden. Because what's Metal Claw? 50, 95. That's good, and I do like being able to raise my attack stat. 80, so it's slightly weaker. Oh no, it's actually way better. And I get, like, you know, I get that extra little bit of accuracy to make sure that you're never ever gonna miss again, Iron Maiden. That's perfect. And flinching? That's fine. No, you know what? That's superior. That is absolutely 100% superior. Iron Maiden, you are superior now. We don't need that old Metal Claw garbage. No. That metal... Oh, that's more like it. Oh, that's more like it. Because I remember, don't you worry, Iron Maiden. I absolutely remember that, you know, you are a special attacker. It says on the front cover, you know, that you're a physical attacker, but because of your nature, you actually get like a super beef to your special attack. So no, I think I'd rather teach, no, we want that. No, you absolutely want that, Iron Maiden. Finally, Iron Maiden has a special steel attack. Like, again, this was the generation. Gemdag, this is brand new. This is brand new to Gemdag. She never knew about this shit. Like, back in JD's day, you know, all electric moves were special attacks, and all steel moves were physical attacks. Now she has to, you know, hang around this new world. This new world where, like, you know, just any old steel Pokemon can now fire a gun, and it counts as a special attack. Any old fighting Pokemon can just, like, shoot auras and shit, and it counts as a special attack. It's very confusing. I don't think JD 100% knows, you know, what she's in for coming to this crazy region. Are there any other trainers that I might have missed? Anyone else? No? There's not even that much to this route. Wow. Okay, yeah, look at that. There's basically nothing to this route. It wasn't a big deal. Don't worry about it. Oh, no. No, we don't need this. No, JD, no. We don't need cruel reminders. We don't need reminders of, you know, fallen warriors. We don't need reminders of fallen crusaders. Okay, so cool. New route. Oh, do I want another encounter? JD, are you feeling another encounter? I don't know. JD's had it rough. JD's had it rough for the entire video game. I think JD just, you know, I think JD just wants to head south now. There we go. You've made it, JD. Welcome. You know, it's time for your mandated vacation. It's time, JD, that, you know, you got to stretch your feet out, maybe. Chill out. You know, maybe order a massage or something. Do they do acupuncture? I don't know, they might do acupuncture. I don't think I want acupuncture, but you know, I'll try anything once. Just chill out. You just chill out, JD. It's your holiday time. It's your holiday time.